Hello. Should be good. First stream on YouTube as well. Hopefully that works out. But there'll be a mistake later to fix if it is a thing to fix. Anyway, Monday we finished off Justice for All, and very good. Francisca departed. Do you want to see her again? Hopefully, maybe in the third game. I'm surprised there was no case 5. Kind of makes sense because I was pretty sure the case 5 in the original game was a DLC case, but we are, and yeah, there was, what's it called? This was a very good case. Kind of long too, actually. I mean, it was the final case, so it makes sense. Today we start with Trials and Tribulations. Alright, alright. Whoa. He's attractive. Turnabout memory. Okay. Ooh. Princess-esque, but... Oh. Phoenix Wright, too. What? Interesting. Alright. Gonna get right into it. Oh, wait. Mia? Is that Mia? Is this like an earlier? Wait. Is that Mia? Interesting. Because that's a young Phoenix Wright. What? I have no idea. Ooh, raining. Ah! How did I get into this mess? Okay. Phoenix. Why did I do that? Phoenix? What the hell? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. I'm assuming he's... Stop it. He's the warning, dude. Don't talk about her like that. Damn, alright, chill. Phoenix. Young Phoenix? It wasn't me. I didn't. This is a young Phoenix. I didn't do it. I'm the murderer? Dude. 5 years earlier. Mia Fey, second trial. Mia... Her second trial? Interesting, interesting. Is this how he also is adding to the story of how he became a lawyer too? Second trial. Whew. It's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. He's back. Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. Ah, Mia. Please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't gotten the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. What, with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, he suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too. Just found out yesterday about the case. About the case, actually. What? And you already learned all the relevant facts? Relevant facts? Okay. Interesting. Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you're so nervous. You see that poor young man in pink sweater over there? That's our client. Young Phoenix Wright. Huh? He's sick. Good morning there, everyone. Dude, that fucking is fucking coughing off your fucking mask and then slamming it into your face is insane. Why is this young Phoenix though, huh? Interesting, interesting. Okay. Good morning. Try to keep smiling. I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Oh, I'll be fine. Nope. Why is he fighting a battle with his mask, bro? Witchoo! Smacks him in the face. Witchoo! Smacks him in the face. It's a pretty good animation, though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Aw. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. You never looked proud like this. My doc says it. My doc says this way. I won't give it to anyone. Oh, okay. Anyone else. But kinda to others, he says. Right. Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. Yeah. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. Why is Mia nervous? Oh. It's their second trial. Duh. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. Playing as Mia this time. Still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. Damn. Why a year? Departure. That trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. He's stuck in the winning mindset. For my client, and for myself. And I want Edgeworth, the boy. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. I am the murderer, dude. Oh man, I had a stream title. I am the murderer. I lied earlier, like a week ago. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Dude. Looking young as hell. Hey, dude, he's got hair. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is that a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Okay. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Ooh. The one I covered, huh? Thinking those? Okay. I can get behind that. Emergency. Isn't that him sitting right there next to you? An emergency indeed. Yes, well. You're just a rookie. You sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, man. Give him your toughest luck. Bam! Of course, Your Honor. I think. And the desk slamming is back. Ooh, I wonder how her spirit power, medium powers are going to come into it. I don't know. Yeah, kind of. The other pose was a good one-eyed, but her eye being covered in this too is kind of a little much. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. You fucking bounces the starts with the T, like a troubadour or whatever. Fucking bounces that shit. Well. Can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll be all over soon. What's that all about? Is he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with the summary of events on the day in question. Hey, we don't know jack shit about this case. Except, actually, that he supposedly murdered. Yeah, the incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. Okay. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well. Next, we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. It was Edgeworth Road. Highly suspect already. I already can maybe deduce. Livewire hits the umbrella and it electrocutes him. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. Then they called the police. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. Court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Crime took place behind an IVU building. Okay. Ooh. Person last time I wore it was a year ago. 3 p.m. Cause of death, a fatal electric shock. You're saying he murdered? I don't know how you planned that murder out, but... A superior and head of the Grossberg Law Offices. Okay. 21. A young Phoenix Wright. Dude, your art? He's an art student at Ivy University. Currently has a cold. It's a fourth year pharmacology. Ah, okay. This is how this lady's involved. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend made the victim Doug Swallow up until 8 months ago. Is this gonna be like a story where the girlfriend's like crazy or whatever? Maybe? I mean, obviously, you know Phoenix Wright did do it. Unless this is alternate timeline, which I don't believe it'll be. Winston Payne. Looking good. Looking like a monkey though, with that face. Or smile. Prosecutor for this trial, a veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence. Can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. Sagacity. What's that word? Quality being yes, that doesn't help. Mission. Let's sagacious. I love when you look up a word and it tells you the word is part of the definition. Having or shown keen mental discernment and good judgment. Okay. Is well earned, Your Honor. He has his moments. I wouldn't say he's like the best at it. Truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. attack. An unusual death. What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? Simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will. A what? Stand up to it, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Ah, a perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on. I do know. I read the paper. Please tell me you know this. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the full file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are found under the court record. You knew that already, didn't you? Ah, the court record. What do you know? I mean, this isn't it makes sense. This is tutorial level. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good look. At the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. My dear. Hey, yes, sir. I'll do just that. Let that prosecutor get the better. The court record. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh. Bam. I already did it, though. Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Cause of death? Fatal electric shock. Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as the trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Dude. Fucking Alan from Smiling Friends. Oh, fucking hell. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie. I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing spotlight on this. Really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. And they don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Fine. Order. Jeez. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Graybeard's face. Yes, sir. To old Graybeard's face. Or Mr. Grossman. Try to set a better example for the young lady. Yeah. Evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim? The lady. Oh. He's a high-pitched voice, actually. Take that! Okay. The reason for bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Okay. Very good, Miss Fang. You seem to have picked up at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. She clearly has some part to play in this. Debatable. It's also been 8 months. I mean, debatable. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Rude. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It pleases the court. The prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, what? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? Is this going to be just back in time for the what's it called? Are we going to be playing as Mia the whole time, or is this just back in time for the tutorial? Defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Oh, witness, please say your name and occupation. Yes. Name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, now I guess I'm a suspect. Poor Phoenix. No. It means what you did. What did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of... But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us? Seems the witness has something else he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Young go-getter, huh? Victim and I. I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Really? Stuck-up British wannabe is something you never talked to? Maybe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Whew, looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? Seems like you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be? And this witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradictions. Contradiction? Witness is lying. Their statement will conflict with the court. I don't know why chat isn't showing up for YouTube. But... Interesting. Okay. Whatever. I'll handle that later then. Witness is lying. Their statement will conflict with the court record. But Mr. Wright... Oh, but Mr. Wright is my client. Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, this is your duty, you see. What does he mean by that? Saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction? Hell yeah, there was. Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay. Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? The victim and I. I admit I was there. Oh, we already went through this. We're gonna press him though. Press in Phoenix Wright himself. Hold it! When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something. You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It's just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. So you found the body. So who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other students that noticed the police. Or notified the police. Other students? That's correct. They were witnesses. They're standing above them. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? You fucking talk? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So, you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Ouchie, come on. Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. Well, because I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Yes. That would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, I see. Young love. So bittersweet. That's all I knew about him. Never even talked to a stuck-up. Mr. Wright, you stated in the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why? Would I even... That doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say the victim was a... Hey! Stuck-up British wannabe. Hell yeah, there's her finger point. Damn. You enlarged her hand or something? Zooming into the camera, huh? That was a legit sneeze. Well, Mr. Wright. No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I'll give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... he was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see at the crime scene? Union Jack, I mean. What's a Union Jack, though? Is that the sweatshirt? Or is it like a symbol? That's right. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor? What is it now? Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow. Thank you. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So that you mean, like, the Stars and Stripes, right? As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now? Mia, there is a contradiction here. Mr. Grossberg, quickly now. Show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean. Hey, yeah, check the court record carefully. Oh, I can handle it myself. 1 year ago, I was in this courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia. Well, I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof. Okay, Mia, one more time, from the very beginning of the test. Always wearing on the back of his shirt. Maybe true, but he's wearing a jacket.
Objection!
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning? Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Wait a minute, he's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You would have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Damn. Lying to Mia Fey, bro? Wow. Please forgive me. Oh. Mia, you made our client cry. Let him. And that P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyway. Damn, Mia's cold. Let him cry. Let him cry. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Or kind of proving the opposite of what we needed. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lie. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. You lost it? Does it even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where the old cold medicine is right now? Surprisingly, no. That means he's going to present something. Huh? Your Honor, I'd like to take a look at another photo from the crime scene. Ah. What's this? In the victim's hand. It's also conveniently a cool watch that states 3:15. 3:05, yeah, roughly the right time. What's the right time for the watch? It's Cold Killer X.
Objection!
Objection! Yes, but even I got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Objection! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. Oh, what? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. The purpose in doing so only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. Order, order. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well. The court will accept them into the record. Alright. Stopped at time of death. Okay. Found clutching the victim in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints. Alright. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broke. Broke? Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? Ugh. This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor, poor hemorrhoid. I don't need that much information, Grossberg. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 p.m. behind the building. Talked for a bit, and then at around 3, we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I'd been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I don't think there's any bad blood between. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. So you lied, and then told the truth. You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination. Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. Look at that smile, though. Why is he, like, so happy-go-lucky? Okay, I'm a present. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is my, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart. Oh, what? What was that for, Mia? Oh, I'm so sorry. Just felt like slapping something all the... What? Why does she get slappy around fucking romance, bro? Interesting. Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is. So it's one of those nasty love triangles I see. Yep. But something's up with her, though, apparently. It's in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet in that building at 2:40. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. Said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. An alchemist, I see. Gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, how fascinating. Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more detail. I think that's more important. Oh, well. So are you absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. They're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. Wait. Hold it! Wait. Pharmacology department, huh? I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. Oh, that's right. And they sure look dangerous. Use non-standard voltages, too. Where do you know that? So there are high voltage cables everywhere. It's a weird thing to know. Like, somebody that's not involved. High voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. High voltage cables run overhead and around the roof. I mean, very low. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. And around 3. So, what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out against some... Huh. Later, when I went back, I found him lying there. Okay. So you say you went back? Yeah. That's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right. I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? Thought maybe we could make up. Nobody believes that shit, bro. Not even him. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Yeah. We'll Killer X for the last 2 to 3 days. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. Guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in the spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Okay. Lost his bottle. That's gonna be the key here. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the 2 of us. Dolly's handmade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Yow! Why did you punch me in the jaw? What she got against romance? She attracted to Phoenix? Maybe. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. It's probably just an accident. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. Not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murderer was carried out, of course. This is his moment of saying, what was it? Sagacity. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Oh, well, this is... You are correct, Your Honor. Aha. So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Establish murder. Bam. Your Honor. Oh. I haven't saved it, huh? Oop. Ooh, yellow. Yes, Miss Faye. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of court, yes. An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgot about that. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. Take that! As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well. What? Boop, 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 boop. And somebody cut it from above, or it was an accident. There is nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Electrocution. Well, naturally, it's right here. But what is that? A severed power electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. Because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, the high voltage cable. Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation. Hey. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. No. The victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use that cable as a murder weapon. And the defendant. Achoo. That much is certainly true. How do you climb up? Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. Is it that? The victim is wearing a leather jacket. The leather caused it to circulate through his body, maybe? Instead of... Wait, no, rubber's what insulates. He may, well, no, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder. He squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable. Proves he pushed him. But towards a fucking severed electric cable? And who severed the electric cable? Order, that's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us. We're done. Mr. Grossberg, my hemorrhoids never lie. This show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor. At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Hold it! Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye? Is that what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. For murder? But I can't say that. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye. Aww. No matter what it is you have to say. I believe in you, and I'll represent you to the very end. Aww. Objection. We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute, Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further. I did it. I pushed him. I admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. Don't say that. That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Bam! Forceful, dude. Accidental murder? I don't think so. What you just said, was that the truth? Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Still can't believe it. You really did push the victim. Oh, it feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. What are you here for, Grossberg? Uh-huh. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. Bam! Lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back. He was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. That's true. Even a doofus like him didn't miss that. Miss Faye? Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. He is innocent. There must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. And it means he intended to cut something, right? Which didn't happen. Okay. That guy who's up. Press him. So what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Oh boy. Not doing yourself any favors, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this any harder for me than it already is. I just lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. Bang! How'd the umbrella? Where's the umbrella go? The umbrella is the key factor of this. I gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. He fell flat on his back. When you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right. There was nothing like that at all. But it is possible that you merely overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. Dude, she's got... Oh man, she's got lots of fucking... I want to say puns, but insults for fucking Phoenix. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. I heard some kind of loud noise. And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? Treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for more details. That loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It's like a sharp crack. Ah, could it have been? Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Up. Fell right on top of it and broke. It's probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Phoenix, you're on trial. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Fate? What do you think? Is there something important in this testimony? Well... I think the umbrella is important. How did it bend here? It just isn't. It's not an important one bit. Not even one iota, okay? Mia, that's enough. You're making a fool of yourself. If I go on... After I left, I started to get worried. I want to read the rest of these, though. If you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it, I was furious. You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition. Well, yeah, but like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back. He was just lying there. Time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. That stupid cough possibly sound any funnier. In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that toasting, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever. Yes, sir. Now I need more info. That will help me with the contradiction.
Objection!
Ask more details. And we are going to go into it. I think the umbrella hit the power line. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. Shut up, Payne.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. Fell on top of his... Are you certain of this? Yep. I was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oof, my stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm so sorry.
Continue with your testimony, witness.
Objection!
It's not under him. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I hadn't mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. Oop. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. Why is he laying the forward too? However, if you look closely, I can believe. Huh. He got pushed backwards. Why is he fucking on his stomach? It's also vitally. The umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. Yup.
No! Order, order, order. The victim, he moved. Mr. Payne, that umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. He's starting to sweat.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
Owned by the victim, found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Objection!
Okay. Her song's kind of nice too. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. But
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
no.
No! I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when that happened. That was the umbrella breaking. Uh-huh.
Well done, Mia.
I keep changing his voice.
Mr. Payne,
Why are you chuckling?
pardon me,
Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess, you have another witness. Exactly. This witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. What is that red to?
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
And Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. You just gave me my out. Damn, you got hair swiped. Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Alright. April 11th, 11:52. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, right?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. Love of your life? Huh. You mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. She has some lover issues, or relationship issues. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very corner. Okay. This is very pretty eyes. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway. The necklace. She also has an umbrella. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. Ah, that's why he's wearing it, because he's hiding the pen. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Phoenix, my boy. She set you up, dude. She'd been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. Before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present. I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. Aww. Certainly is a little bottle, alright. Makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Interesting. It was 8 months ago, which means she was still probably in a relationship with Doug. Doug's a good dude. And, Dahlia. Dahlia's a suspect. Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating, right? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl. Asking for a present back like that?
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne, 8 months ago, when happened to have been August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you? This happened on August 27th, right here in this corner. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you talking about? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
It's 8 months ago. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident at the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Interesting, Dahlia. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look downstairs in the downstairs reading room, and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving.
Hey, he's actually helping. I guess so. This sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. To be continued. It's gotta be Dahlia, come on. Ooh, that's a different sound note, too. Alright, I'll be right back. Get some water. Sorry about that. Now to the conclusion of this case. I just realized I saved over it again, but it's fine. Time to get Dahlia. It's gotta be Dahlia, come on.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
And this next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stands. Ooh, pink, huh? Very pretty. Air of innocence. It's with the stiff silence.
In my long career as a judge, I've been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
Sincerity. It's giving off tranquility, I would say. Can't believe he actually said that.
Oh.
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Hey,
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
Love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all.
It was nothing.
We may move on now. What is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy League University. Just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn. Sir. There's something I can help you with. Just...
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Beanie wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Yes. And see why you'd say that.
It's gonna be a tough witness, alright? It only took you 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
It's 100% gotta be her. I've been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. And then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed that I was there. I didn't notice you. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Objection. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Teehee, you haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. Who was murdered? And why do you know me? What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before, once. Hey yo, what up? Good. Court is all yours. Good to see you again, Madame Fey. Playing some Phoenix Wright. Starting the third game, Trials and Tribulation, so hopefully have a good time with it. I mean, I have been having a good time with it. First two were great. No one's grandma's yet, girly. We're right at the end of the tutorial case, which, yeah. I'm planning to go back to the Antipress lady and figure out her lies. It's going good. I mean, I'm a small-time streamer, so I mean, don't talk to too many people, but I'm having a good time. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, I mean, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing at the pharmacology building? It is true. Well, I'm a literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry. Okay.
Oh-ho! How wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I had to walk through the back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I went to enter the courthouse, I always walked through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Amy and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. I've been doing this because mainly a story thing. I can play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Final Fantasy XIV. And then after I'm done with these games, though, I'd probably open it up a little bit, but like I stick to RPGs and story-based stuff. Kind of dependent. Kind of wanted to do something more gameplay involved next, though, because while these are fun, it's not. It's just a different thing to stream than like a gameplay focused thing. So who's this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Mr. Swallow, Mr. Wright, talking about. How can you be so mean? Damn, she's crying. I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. And that's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. She, am I being demonized here? Please go on. What did you see next? I'm pretty sure this lady's the killer, by the way. So, her being all innocent is kind of funny. Just wobble. Saying the victim just collapsed on his own. Yes. That's a contradiction because he was pushed by Phoenix. Oh, nice, yeah. Those are good games too. Are you... in other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did such a thing to Dougie. I press her for no good reason. I just know the judge will get angry. Show contradiction. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. She would never lie. Miss Faye, I was not allowed you to badger this witness. It was a clear contradiction. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. What are you talking? That is her. She has no supporting. Right now I'm doing Monday through Thursday from 4 p.m. PST to like 7-ish, about 6, 7. Kind of depending on like where's a good save point for the game I'm playing. And like I throw in a weekend stream here and there. But please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found. We did have proof. Okay. On Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. Has already been shown to Mr. Wright. Did, in fact, push the victim. Yep. Why you lying? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. Be so much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. It's like we're finally getting somewhere. Actually, I didn't see the moment you pushed Dougie. It's vitally important that you didn't see it. Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. Didn't look like they're fighting, and I didn't hear anything of the interview. What did it look like they were doing to you? Thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that close. Why are you contradicting yourself?
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge.
Ah, come on. And now then,
Please proceed with your testimony.
I want to go find some other students and call the authorities. Okay. You say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try to stay on topic. So, to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's why I was planning. Thanks for the follow, by the way. That's what I was planning to do. I'm working on customization. But I'm just slowly piecing it together. I'm trying to keep getting the habit more than anything right now. That would wound up no good. A group of 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on. It's strange. How could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just, they all seemed kind of excited about something. Going to get it. Okay. The students called the police? Yes. I was so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's pretending to protect Mr. Wright. It's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay. That means I'm going to have to dig deep and find the contradiction on this one. Okay. This is the lie, because they did fight, and there was a sound. A loud sound when this happened, right there. Say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me. Oh, the hair swipe. That's nice, but I find that a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm alright for now, man. I'm focused on stream, but he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? Yeah, you're not going to pay attention to your own company. If you're really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Starting to get nervous. Well, maybe that noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Possibly. May I have a moment to answer? By all means. You know the reason why I didn't hear that noise? See, the truth is, I had my headphones on. Why are you lying? I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't. You can get my Twitter should be linked in my about or whatever, and if you want to go to that. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, As you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after that. Testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning. Wait. Um... Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony. You notice she said there was lightning, correct? What about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. That very premise itself is mistaken. Defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, a victim of a stray bolt.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
Alright, you did it, Mia. Taking that not guilty. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. Found that there were no lightning strikes on the day of at that location. What's more, you have evidence that the electric cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit. Blah. The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read to the court the testimony of the pharmacologist. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying
The equipment lost power because... Precisely. Lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m., which fits with the time of the death, listened to in the autopsy report. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would cause them to break. 2:55 p.m. Some impact, okay.
However, there's one thing that troubles me.
If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay,
Do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor.
Come up with something to try and regain some momentum, okay. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, Let's hear it.
Or what was it that caused the cable to break? I want to say Dahlia. It was Dahlia. It's probably the umbrella as the answer. Probably the umbrella. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Oh, wow, Your Honor. Oh. One more chance. I mean, it's gotta be her, dude. What? Interesting. Some sort of impact. Cause the cable to break. And then one more chance. I don't know the answer to this. Able to break. I would say somebody snapped it. It's relevant. Wasn't this? And then, Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. So that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Wait, are you saying that? The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m. Fits right in with Mr. Wright's timeline. It was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Yeah, it doesn't help us though. That doesn't help us, dude. And it was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. Wrong. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electric pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense.
And then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no. Doesn't make sense at all. The victim was shoved into the power pole, and he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
Order. Order in the court.
The lamentations of my enemy. I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct.
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation said some things that are a little different than I remember them. What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge?
Of course it's alright. Let's go right ahead and give us your new testimony.
This is it. Finally starting to show her true colors. Yep. That teary-eyed face. Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electric pole. That's when the cable broke. And then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeney caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping, and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute.
So after being shoved,
She's already lying.
the victim got up and tried to run away. That is when the defendant pushed him a second time.
Sorry, Feeney, but I have to tell the truth. Doing the right thing. Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Pushed him twice. It's Hawthorne. Previously in your testimony, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeney. So that's why you basically lied to the court. I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes.
Would you please forgive little old me?
Of course you won't. Oh, come now, it was a little old white lie. We'll forget it this time. But please be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all. Ho ho ho.
Judge better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Boom. Savage. Haha, you get an achievement for it too. First time. Saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeney can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeney really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual.
Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold? What? Miss Fay, I have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. What do you mean by that? Well, I wished for the best for both of them. That they would each give the fight their all. That's very sweet of you to be so supportive. And what happened after that? Got up and crashed into him from behind. Doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne. Were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't. Madam Fay, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? Crashed into him. Said that he crashed into him from behind. My feet wouldn't leave any prints in that case, would he? Cable snapping. Oh wait. All occurred in less than a minute. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. And that's understandable.
Yes, indeed.
I would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold. But I don't figure out the contradiction here. It's all over. Didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. Tried his best to run away. Tried his best to run away. Tried his best to run away.
Cable snapped and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute. I'm not sure where I need to contradict yet. Come on. All occurred in less than a minute. No. Into the electric pole. That's when the cables broke. What about his thing where he left? Fatal electrical shock. What's the time? Represent that or this, though?
Objection!
That's enough, witness. I got him and got one. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this photo? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. 3:05. Stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yep.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is, what time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the student's testimony, that answer is clear. It was 2:55. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? Defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order in the court.
What? It's nonsense. The real murderer.
Objection!
Even you can't deny the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. And then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Fay, the defense ready to indict someone as the real killer.
Yes. It's the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak.
Who is the real killer? It only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How can you?
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? You really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Order, Miss Fay. What? I mean, why? That is to say,
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Blowing in the wind for her. How can you say something so mean, Madame Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye,
This is a very serious charge, you are. That was a Phoenix Wright, hold it. Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say.
what is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Ah, true, leave my Dolly alone. Ah, true. That boy.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Uh-huh. Grossberg actually helpful, huh? What do you got for me? District Courthouse Cafeteria, 27th, 4 p.m. Diego Armando, age 28. Occupation lawyer, Dahlia Hawthorne, as the suspect. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is clear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Oh, it's only a 2-page. I thought it was 4 for some reason. My bad.
You better take a good look at it. It tells how you came to lose your boyfriend.
That's why she has trouble with fucking relationships.
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, Your Honor, that is, May I interrupt you just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. Told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I was absolutely devoted to my dear Phoenix. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for my poor little me to bear.
Oh, I believe that girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
That lies somewhere in this police report. It must. She's just a killer. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building, and then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. She offloaded the poison onto fucking Wright, bro. Your Honor, defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony. What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. How I met my Feeny. Aww. First met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courtroom's basement room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. Aw. Been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so love you. We literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court.
Now we enter the final act of our little drama.
Or we, as we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her.
I met my theme. Eight minutes ago. So, until that time, I've been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. I'm letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to me calling me Judge Fickle. Ho ho ho.
You should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judgini.
It's like we were destined to meet in this very close room. This basement courtroom reading room. A strange place to meet a love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. I was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room. This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you, this has nothing to do with Miss Swallow's case.
Uh-huh. I'd like to keep pressing. Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
Very well.
Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courtroom reading room? If it pleases you, Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had to come to this courthouse to do some research on her paper I was writing. Writing a paper on what? On the relationship with modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld?
Ho ho ho, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now, I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. And with the midlife crisis.
Real. Why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? Speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully.
I read it. The moment our minds met, my heart skipped a beat. Was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? My personal opinion. It just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Damn. Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeney is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Damn! Insane! Wild! Dime a dozen! Love is a mysterious thing. I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked.
He's telling the truth.
It was truly shocking. Hey, let's go, Payne. I see you. I see you out here, Payne. Getting the babes, bro. Alright. Beautiful mushroom, growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my theme. Aww. Been going out ever since that fateful day. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? Oh, no, none at all. We parted on very good terms. That can't be. Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh? Are you sure? Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see. What a cruel thing to ask a young lovely young lady like this. By the way, I've never once considered leaving my wife. Yeah, because you got a babe, bro.
No one cares, Mr. Payne.
And he's faithful. I care that he's faithful. Good for you, Mr. Payne. You didn't deny it, promise me. Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. Must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. And the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
I know. Need to present this. Great. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Did you come here for a much more important reason? She knows. What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courtroom, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy.
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
Silence. A ... The name of the suspect in this incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! Order! This is unbelievable!
It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide the... Miss Fay, that's not fair. Can't slander my witness. Winston Payne will not... Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I am under oath, so I'll tell the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, tied the two crimes together. Now I've got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
God. The poisoning. Met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something to the cafeteria that day. In the cafeteria. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's what happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
So that's what happened 8 months ago.
However, as you can have heard the witness's testimony, she has nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Miss Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha! Mia! You're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear.
That proud posture and self-confidence.
Absolutely smashing.
The poisoning. I'm a presser. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Don't you tell us all what that incident was? That has absolutely nothing to do at all with this case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
Damn. God. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you.
You've heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Fiend, please. Those two really are making me ill, albeit for a decidedly different reason. I left my seat just for a moment. How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police. I must know, maybe 10, 20 minutes? And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet. What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop.
You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
Oh, Fiend, please. Shut up. I want to see her crack, bro. Just be a fucking... Like, I hate everything. Fuck you, fuck this. Oh. Police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
From what I heard, it was a liquid poison. Why do you know?
Well, let me see.
My bottle of eye drops says it's 1/2 fluid ounce. This is equal to 3 teaspoons. It's about 2/3 of that amount. Wasn't found in lawyer's mug of coffee. Must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. I had this very special kind of poison? Special kind of poison, how so? It's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard from the policeman saying. It said something about using advanced chemical processes to put through. Chemical processes. It's a lot of S's.
Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. And that's the reason you didn't get arrested? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison? I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye. She's right. And I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So, in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime is because no one could ever show how she could have obtained the poison.
And all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Now, just how... Great. Now, just how did a lit student get hold of the poison? Of all things. Not the lawyer. How did she get a hold of the poison? How did she get a hold of poison? It's obviously this. How did she get it, though? How did she get it? 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 Very... Bum, bum, bum. This is a good song, too. Different than the other one in the previous 2 games. Ah, fuck. Nah, rip. Not what I wanted to press. We got our hands on it with this.
Objection!
I don't think it's the right answer, though. Sorry. Actually, it's good. He's a fucking pharmacology student, bro. He's a pharmacology student. I knew the pendant was too early. I just didn't think to connect it. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemical equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Getting nervous, huh? Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You. No.
Order. Could it be?
It's nothing. May I say something, Madam Fay? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you need some kind of container. Don't give me that.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courtroom was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned it in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. You're saying I threw the poison container away. I think you need to show some kind of proof. She got me good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fay. Oh, unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
Full body search of Dolly and found the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
No indicator. And where's the container of the poison? She was killed. What happened to it?
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is that person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So, the defendant was the witness's accomplice. Of course not, she gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fay?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? You're saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, that's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No, wow. Bro, when she screams, she gets wind pressure, bro. Kinda insane.
Order!
Objection!
On behalf of Dahlia, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too. Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you It's because of that necklace. Not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle and necklace you'd love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there, it was in the waiting room. You said it yourself. Yeah? She's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please, give it back now.
A strange girl asking for a present back like that.
Dolly Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. You never gave it back to her. To make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. Why? Mia. He's getting away.
Bailiff, hurry, after.
Mia. Are you alright? Yes, I think so.
And that boy, he went completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it?
The bottled necklace, Miss Hawthorne's present.
It's gone. What?
That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy, that's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
Mr. Wright. This sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this school. I'm sorry. I'm afraid your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give me back the necklace. I ate it. You what?
You ate it.
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Wow.
What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? May have had some poison left in it. Yeah. Seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. We'd be so sure. I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
Objection!
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you placed this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
And that's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? It may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
My evidence was eaten. And after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I'd like to proceed.
That was Phoenix. It's because he believes in the faith that Mia gave him. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? Something I forgot to tell you. That day, the day I met Doug Swallow, That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample is stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It can only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's only one more thing after I pushed him that day. Got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. Just wearing gloves. She was crouched down next to her. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is who the defendant is. Miss Faye, you tell him. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. What? Put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The night before she killed Doug Swallow. Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. You're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Your last chance, think carefully. Phoenix Wright. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why, me? That's preposterous. And after all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but just remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
But how can that be? Thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
That was a lie. Poor Mr. Wright, this must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that evidence 8 months ago. And that's right, the bottle necklace, that's all she cared about.
But even so, why? Why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing, how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It's a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. There was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Beanie, what a joke you are. There, okay. Ooh, the fucking hair swipe. The nonchalant hair swipe. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? Damn. I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Yep.
Miss Hawthorne.
Appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan to make on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? Seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
Well, but we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I do have evidence.
Mia, if you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
Ooh. That is a weird point to bring up. And it hasn't come up before. That final trial? That could be final trial resolution. Are you prepared to taking off the attorney badge, dude? No. You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all.
I can. My career as a lawyer is over, but to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Mia Faye chooses death. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible. You can't possibly. Huh. Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one. You're unable to establish her guilt, and I'm afraid that a harsh, very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright. I understand, Your Honor.
Can't imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in. Please present your evidence.
Show the court irrefutable proof
that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright. Cold Killer X. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X. Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine?
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony. I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I'd like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Oh, what are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
That's right. She did the same thing this time as well. We're back to the case repeats themselves. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and that electrical cable. That's when she realized, oh, I have to kill them. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Fortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. On top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. All that she was carrying that bottle of wasn't cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago.
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Last name being Swallow. Oh, come now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman. She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, it's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Have it tested, what the fuck? Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? Damn, she burned her butterflies, bro, and fucking... I was waiting for the snap emote, though. Ja! Dude, she's fucking evil. That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too, okay?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. Wish you all the best. It's gonna return, huh? Whew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne. And I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes. Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Care to put that to the test? Sure, there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. Here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Okay, betting your life is like kind of being a theme here. My beautiful hair. No, this is how he loses. He loses his hair, bro, from the wind pressure of the backlash. Oh my god.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hoffman.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye,
Yes, Your Honor.
is it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Interesting. Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Is she related to the spirit medium stuff? Interesting.
Very well. Mr. Payne,
Which can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing to my daughter.
appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly, Chooch.
Very well, then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Hey, you did it.
This court is adjourned.
All right. 11th.
Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them? Yeah, it's kind of gross.
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps if we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Yes.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congrats. Thanks. You know, I was just thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I knew could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something? Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yes, you're right. That's probably for the best. Let's forget about her. So you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little bit. But of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Same as Faye. Well, you're someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright. Still new at this myself, but I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even hang out. Aw, adorable. I knew it! This was a blast of the past for the tutorial, and now we're actually continuing with the story, which is what I was hoping for. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned, and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. OG music too. But this also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Aw, he is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In the court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that makes me think back on her words of wisdom. That is a story for another day. Always believe in your client. Turnabout memories. Oh, the stolen turnabout?
You see this dude a lot too. Huh. That's our versus prosecutor, though. Interesting. Well, that is a good place to end it. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Um, you happen to watch this? Streaming Monday through Thursday, so I'll be back on the week or Monday, and then yeah, continue with this. I might break it up a little bit because nobody watches these, but like I was saying earlier, maybe add in a little bit of a gameplay focus game so I can just chill out and hopefully interact with some viewers, but we'll see. And I'll be back on Monday. See you around. Peace.